Sausage mahoney, heart of gold. Heart of gold. Retro graphics, neon glow, 8-bit beats in stereo. Laughing loud, he's cracking wise. Every stream a weird surprise. Joystick hero, keyboard king. Sausage's stream is everything. From dungeons deep to outer space, Mahoney's always setting the pace. Sausage Mahoney, hit that play. Pixel worlds, he saves the day. Reviewing games, it's how he rolls. Sausage Mahoney, heart of gold. Heart of gold. Heart of gold. Sausage Mahoney's got a wild shake, streaming at midnight every day of the week. Indie gems and pixel dreams, he's the king of quirky gaming schemes. Click that mouse, spin the wheel. What's the vibe? What's the deal? Sausage Mahoney, hit that play. Pixel worlds, he saves the day. Reviewing games, it's how he rolls. Sausage Mahoney, heart of gold. Heart of gold. Retro graphics, neon glow, 8-bit beats in stereo. Laughing loud, he's cracking wise. Every stream a weird surprise. Joystick hero, keyboard king. Sausage's stream is everything. From dungeons deep to outer space, Mahoney's always setting the pace. Sausage Mahoney, hit that play. Pixel worlds, he saves the day. Reviewing games, it's how he rolls. Sausage Mahoney, heart of gold.
What's going on, guys? How's it going, Foxy? It is not time travel. It is not time travel. Hi, Firms. Hi, Rhino. No weenies. A little, not ominous. What's going on, Silver? How are you guys doing? Appreciate you guys stopping by. I mean, it's not ominous. It's just like direct. I mean, it could be ominous, I guess. I'm okay, Rhino. Dungeon Crawler Carl. On a mice. I'm not going to jail. I hope I'm not going to jail. If I am, I haven't heard anything about that. I do need to take care of this. This is getting a little long. You're good. Just had dinner, sweating parts off and working on my cosplay chain. Sealing links at the moment. Nice, nice. You do strafe in the well, Firms. That is true. I'm okay, Miss Wolf. How are you? I'll give it like another 40 seconds because then it'll be like 5 minutes, and I think that's plenty of time. That's true. Liability. It is funny though. Clap and I were playing with Taz earlier today, and Taz wasn't in Discord, and Taz is trying to do the Sunder Doctrine mechanics while Clap is trying to do the mechanics. And so him and I are talking, and I'm sorry, Firms, but we are calling him Firms. Well, Clap called Taz Firms 2.0, and so I called Taz Firms Perfected, I thought it was a funny joke. Clap kind of laughed a little bit, mom. Like firms perfected. That's funny. Oh, I know Silver. I know. All right, it's been 5 minutes. There are four of you in here. I don't know about YouTube. This is mostly about YouTube. I mean, Twitch was never really like my focus. It was always YouTube was my focus, and then I would just kind of stream for fun. Let's see. Ads. Okay, I will wait for the ads because I did not bring. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. You know what? If you guys are watching on YouTube, thank you very much for stopping by. I don't know if anyone's actually. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's into a Sopranos cut. You Firms can still hear me because he has turbo. Oh, Firms is special. Well, I appreciate you being here, Firms. I appreciate everybody coming through. I got you, Firms. Hold on. Oh, shit. Oh, it's not plugged in. You know what? I bet I could. Ads are done. Firms asked why Mothman was not plugged in. I don't have like. All right, so it's a USB. Um, and I don't have. There wasn't a thing. So we're gonna stretch it to the PC. See, that's why it's not. That's why it's not plugged in, Firms, because it's bright as shit. And I was able to fix it one time. Well, fix it, but it made everything else really really dark. So yeah, that's why it's not on. Okay, everybody's back. Yeah, I know, rookie. All right. Yeah, I don't even know. So there are six of you here on Twitch. I don't know about YouTube. OBS doesn't have anything showing for YouTube. There might be people here on YouTube. Maybe not. Princess Cat, welcome. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. So this is about YouTube. This isn't about Twitch because I will stream, but like I don't I don't focus on streaming. I like to make videos. Um I want to make something super clear to everybody, whether you're watching this now or you're watching this like it's somebody else watching this later after the live stream's done. If I describe a certain type of channel, um, whether it's AI content or low effort content like no commentary gameplay or whatever it might be, I'm not talking about any specific person. I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody. I don't want anyone to catch strays, right? If you feel like you fit the description, that's fine, but please know that I'm not calling anybody out. Um, I'm not mad at creators. It's more that I'm not I'm not hating the players. I'm hating the game. Okay. I think I've been burnt out on making YouTube videos for a while. This didn't happen this past week. This probably started sometime in like April or May, and I see all of the chat going on. let me get through everything, and then I will respond and I will open up the floor to all of you guys. But I'm going to get through all of my stuff, and then don't cry. I'm not going to cry. I'm not crying, Firms. Anyway, I'm going to get through everything, and then I will respond to you guys, okay? But I think I've been burnt out on making YouTube videos since probably like April or May. I haven't made a game review since June. All the reviews that you guys might be seeing, those have been pre-recorded so long, like so far back. I haven't recorded a game review since I think it was June. I think it was Poolscape, and then I think it was Gore. And I also made my game theory videos, but I haven't made a video. I haven't done a game review since then. In my last video that I made was the update to Poolscape for my game theory video. I haven't recorded anything since then. I do have 2 more game reviews scheduled to release. I had 1 released today. I've got 2 more to release after this. And then I have a bunch of no commentary gameplay videos that are going to take me into like October or something. It's ridiculous. But point is, I haven't done a game review since June. And anyway, since June. Let's just keep going. And it isn't because I haven't had any ideas. It's because, and it isn't because I don't have any games to play either. I've got plenty of games I could review. It's the reason I haven't is because I'll play through an entire game. I will take notes. I'll organize my thoughts into a bullet point script. And then I like to do like a mock read through of the script before I actually click record, because then at least that way I have like a, like a rhythm or a cadence or whatever you want to call it. I'll get to that point and I'll read through it and I'll think, I don't want to record this. It isn't that I don't want to record it. It's that I don't want to record it. I don't want to edit it. I don't want to put in the work. So like I said, I'll play through the entire game. I'll take notes. I'll organize the thoughts. I'll read through it. And then the motivation is just done. It's just not there. I really like the content that I put out. A lot of people say like, oh, I don't like the sound of my own voice. Or they'll say, you have to like your own content. I don't have a problem with my own voice, but I think that's because I kind of disassociate. And it's like when I'm editing my videos, or if I'm rewatching it later, it isn't like, oh, that's me. It's more, I recognize that it's a video and it's not me. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like, I recognize it's a game video. I don't recognize that it's my game video. If that makes sense. Like, I know it's mine clearly, but I don't focus on myself. And I actually do really like my videos. I have watched some of mine recently, like the one that released today and No Clip and some of my game theory videos. And I really like my content. I don't think that's, like, I don't think pompous is the right word, but I don't feel like there's no ego involved with that. Like, I don't watch it and be like, man, I really like this because I'm so good. It's like, I genuinely think I did a good job. So this isn't me saying that I think my videos are perfect, because they're clearly not. I hate to call myself a content creator because I'm just some guy who likes to review video games. That's it. But every content creator has room to improve. And I genuinely think that I make pretty good reviews. I've had people tell me I have a good voice. Not that like they're, creaming themselves like, oh my God, Sausage, you sound so good. No, it's not that. It's like, hey, like you sound good when you do this. I've had people tell me that my reviews are pretty well written or spoken. It took some time to get there, because at first I sounded like a robot until I was able to bullet point things and I could speak more naturally and it could flow better. So I've gotten better at it. And like I said, there's always room to improve, but people have told me I sound good, that my reviews are well written, and people just enjoy listening to my reviews. But then when I see the results of my videos, I kind of struggle to figure out what I'm missing. I will go ahead and look at chat now because I don't want it to get super far behind. You're not chopped liver firms. I'm not going to cry. You're not going to cry. Nobody's going to cry. It's not your fault, firms. Okay. There's no divorce happening and it's not your fault. It's not Silver's fault. It's nobody's fault. I want that to be super clear. Why does this feel like a divorce? It's not a divorce. Nobody's at fault here. Sausage is alive and extra bearded. Oh yeah. Bearded for her pleasure. You're not considered arrogant about it. Yeah, I am proud. I am proud of the videos I've made. You don't have to like your own content. We are our own worst critics, but nothing wrong with enjoying them. I really do. Most of my content, there have been some things here and there, like I did the content warning, like compilation video. Editing wise, I thought it was great. Audio wise, I'm like, this is terrible. Like I can look back on things and be like, this was bad, and I can see where I need to improve. But I can also look back and be like, I'm really proud of this video. It's not creaming ourselves. It's just meat juicing ourselves. I understand hating your voice. I sound like a child on camera. I don't hate my voice, actually. A lot of people struggle with that when they first start making content. Maybe I did in the first couple videos, but then it got to the point where it's like, I'm not here to listen to myself. I'm here, like, I am listening to what I have to say, but I'm not listening to the way it sounds, if that makes sense. Numbers are just numbers. Take a break until you feel like making more content you enjoy. What firms, huh? Dang, I was hoping it was my fault. I was being extra naughty, hoping for a spanking. Oh, that's for Sausage After Dark. That's going to be my next channel. Silver. Actually, that's not a funny joke. There's no secret channel. I'm not starting another channel. That was a joke. As the children of Sausage, it's our fault. It's nobody's fault. I swear to God. Yes, that is what I said, firms. Okay. Wow. Moving on. So like I said, the results have been discouraging. I have over 750 subscribers on YouTube. I think that's what it is. One of my most recent videos has 200 and I wish I could talk. One of my most recent videos has 223 unique viewers. I don't know for sure what that means, but I think the way I understand it is that you can have your views and then you can have unique viewers, and that's like per person. So if a unique viewer were to watch it multiple times, that would reflect in the views, but unique viewers is just like per person. If that, I hope I explained that properly. Anyway, the video has 223 unique viewers. 95% of those were new viewers, which means that only about 11 of my subscribers actually watched it. And before I move on, I am grateful for the people who watch my videos. I want to make that crystal clear. But another example is one of my latest game theory video about Poolscape and gore and whatnot. It had 89 unique viewers, which I think is kind of weird because total views, it's 101, but then there's 89 unique viewers. So there's a weird discrepancy there. Maybe people are watching it multiple times, but I don't know. Regardless, over 80% of those views were also new viewers. So again, very few subscribers actually watched my content. And so that's telling me that something isn't connecting. The audience retention rate, I looked at that as well. And all the videos are different, right? These aren't static numbers, but give or take, right? Some are below 10%, some are above 20. It depends on the video. Um, but one of those two videos, I don't remember which one. I looked at the retention, and halfway through the video, it was at like 12 or 13%, which isn't really abnormal. I think most videos, they have like a big drop off within the first 30 seconds, which I don't understand, but it is what it is. But then by the end of the video, only about 8% of the people finished. Again, that's fine, but that means that less than 20 people finished the video. And when you spend hours upon hours making something, that can be really discouraging. All right, let's see. Take two. The Patreon only sausage fan streams, aka sausage links. Unique viewers as views by those who don't follow your channel. You know what? That might actually be accurate, Silver. That might be right. Long form is so hard to keep retention. It is. It really is. Then I looked at the click-through rate, and like my theory video, my latest theory video had 0.8% click-through rate, which is not good. My other two game theory videos, I believe those were 1.1%, which is better, but I think most people aim for like a 4 to 6% click-through rate. So 0.8 to 1.1, when you really want a minimum of 4, is not that big of a deal. So clearly my videos just weren't there. So I have reached out to people for advice on how to improve, whether it's my videos or my thumbnails or my titles, whatever it is. It's like, I want advice, because clearly I can improve somewhere. But the problem is that I think a lot of the advice is subjective. For example, one person will say, do this with your thumbnails, this is what works. But then you'll have somebody else say to do the complete opposite. And it's not like, hey, I think this works. It's as if they speak matter of fact. Do this. This is what works. You're doing this. This is wrong. This is why your channel sucks, or whatever. They usually don't use those words, but that's kind of what they convey, right? It's, if you don't do it this way, you're doing it wrong. But everybody has a different opinion, somewhat different opinion on things. And sometimes those can contradict. But then I also see, I've seen some thumbnails recently, because I've really taken a look at things. And I've seen some thumbnails that are just a screenshot from a game that it's not even like, it's not intriguing. There's nothing going on. It's just some bare screenshot from a game that I may or may not know. I don't know. Like, let's say it could be like COD, and it'll be some level, but like, I don't know what the level is. So it'll be like, it'll be a screenshot of some level, and then just some basic text that doesn't have any editing, and they'll have over like 100,000 views. And I'm thinking, I was told not to do this exact thing, yet it blows up. But then if I do that sort of thing, it's still, I don't get anything from it. So eventually I just stopped knowing what advice was actually useful, because everybody has a different opinion. Click-through rate, it's like when you're scrolling and things. So somehow YouTube will know, like, if you're scrolling and you see a video, somehow YouTube will know that you saw that video, and then if you click it or not, it takes that information in. So that's click-through rate, scrolling, and whether people click or not. Do the opposite thing with your thumb bones. 13 handy tips to ensure you fill in blank here. Click now. Graphics don't really matter on YouTube. I don't think it does, but then I'm sure I could go ask somebody and they'll tell me that I'm wrong. Who knows? I don't know. I've stopped asking for advice. But on the topic of thumbnails, one thing that, so here are some things that, some people will say like, put your face in the thumbnail, which I've tried. I didn't like doing that, but I tried. Make a shocked expression, which I think I probably did that, which again, I didn't like doing. Add red arrows and red circles and do like Mr. Beast style, thumbnail editing. And I understand that those things can work, but I personally don't enjoy those kind of thumbnails. Like, I might click on those thumbnails, maybe. Like, they might get me sometimes, but by and large, I don't like those thumbnails. I'm just, you know, people with their jaw drop pointing at something and they're like, oh my God, this is the biggest new thing. I don't know. That seems clickbaity and I don't care about that. And people say make content that you like. Well, I don't like that. Therefore I don't make it. I know that those thumbnails are effective for some audiences. It's just not something that I wanted to do personally because I didn't like it. On the topic of clickbait, same thing goes with the titles. I understand that there's psychology involved. Rhino, you and I probably talked about this last night. Touched on the topic anyway. But I don't like to trick people into clicking things. I'm a guy who reviews video games. I just want it to be, bare bones, that simple. I review video games. So if you're coming to me, pretty good chance that it's going to be a game review. So I want people clicking on my videos because they're genuinely interested in my opinion on things, not because I manipulated them into opening the video. Graphics matter to the extent that it doesn't look bad. It doesn't have to be super professional looking until later on. Yep. I want to draw my thumbnails. That would be really cool, actually. Aside from clickbait thumbnails, I don't see how it might pull on more in huge numbers. I don't know. All I know is that they say make content that you would like. Therefore, I do. And what I like is not that stuff. So really, it comes down. All of this comes down to effort versus reward. I spend hours making these videos. Let's take a game that only takes an hour to beat, right? So I play the game, that's 1 hour. I type up my thoughts and usually I'll sleep on it because sometimes the very next day I'll think, oh, I don't want to include this, or I'll think like, oh, I forgot to add this part to it. So then there's the notes. Then there's transforming those notes into a script, recording the script, editing all of it, and then making the thumbnail and in, SEO, which I feel like that's just playing around with words until you find something that you think, feels right. And there are tools that you can use. Like one of them is, I think it's called vidIQ, and it's like right in YouTube. So as you're typing words, it'll give you a rating. I don't know how legitimate the rating is, but it's, sometimes I'll use that. And it goes all the way up to 100, and the higher it is, the better, and it's color coded. So like anything above like 80 is like a green color. Anyway, it takes time to do these things. An hour to play the game. Let's say another hour to type up, with thoughts and scripts and whatever. A couple hours to edit the video, which I got pretty good at it. I couldn't, if it was like an hour long game, not including the script and recording that, but the editing process, I got pretty good at that. And so I could knock out a game review in a day if I really wanted to. But then there are other games like the game Stray. That game took me like 4 or 5 hours to complete. And then the review itself was about 30 minutes. I could have, in hindsight, after watching it, I could have trimmed it down. So like I said, there's always room for improvement, and I do like my content, but that doesn't mean it's perfect. And that's a prime example. I know that the Stray review could have been cut down. I think at the time I was experimenting with it because I was afraid that in my head, I was saying these things, but I wasn't actually saying them. So I think with that video, I was over explaining, and I think that's why it was so long. But regardless, 4 to 5 hours to beat the game. And then the review was 30 minutes, which takes a long time to do. Some people say, and maybe this involves like the Fusion page in DaVinci Resolve, or comparable pages in Adobe or CapCut or whatever. But a lot of people say that for every minute of video, it takes 1 hour of editing. Like I said, I got pretty good at it, but given that, let's say that based on that, that means that the Stray game review took 30 hours to do, and it didn't take that long, but it took longer than most because it was 30 minutes long. So some games I can do in a day, others can take 10, 15 hours from clicking start to uploading. Could take 10 to 15 hours. It really just depends, but it takes time. It really does take time. But all that to say, I will then look around at other channels, and I know I've talked to people about this. Rhino, Silver, probably, Firms, I'm pretty sure we've talked about it. I look around at all these other channels that are doing less work, but they're getting more success. And again, I want to be crystal clear. I'm not mad at these people. Whether it's no commentary gameplay videos, which I have made those. I've done those because the way I see it is, if I'm already playing the game, I might as well fluff my upload schedule. So I can't be mad at those people. Anything AI related, it's not the creator's fault that they are getting success from that. So I'm not mad at anybody. But in my opinion, and maybe I'm wrong, but in my opinion, that takes less work than playing through a whole game, typing up thoughts, recording it, editing it, getting it put out. Again, if I'm wrong, please tell me. But in my opinion, this takes more work. I'm not going to say it's harder. Maybe it is. I don't know. But it takes more. And so I'm not angry at these people. I'm happy for them that they found success. But then when I compare it to my own channel, I'm like, I'm putting in all this effort, but I'm getting so little in return. I will go ahead and read chat now. You're going to offer a thought, Trogdor. Okay. We want people to come and enjoy our content for the content. Right. But nothing wrong with a shiny packaging to get them in the door. That's true. But I feel like there's a fine line between giving them a shiny, like, you want to give them a shiny package, but I don't want to lie to them and lead them on and give them clickbait and stuff either. Like, I don't know where that line is. Do what you got to build it up. Don't stand solely on principle. Yeah. What's going on, Taylor? Foxy, I need time. It takes different work. No, it absolutely does. Like streaming, right? That's a different skill set than like making a YouTube video. I'm not saying it's harder or anything along those lines, because I've done both. For me personally, it is harder. It might be, a subjective experience, but they're two different skill sets. What's going on, Hulk? I'm okay. I'm doing all right. But people fall for clickbait. And that's the thing though, right? I've fallen for clickbait. And then when I realize that I'm being clickbaited, I'm mad and I don't finish the video. I click off. And I don't want that to happen for my channel. I don't want people to click it for, whatever reason, just come up with a clickbaity scenario. I don't want them to click my video and then halfway through realize that I've wasted their time. Like that's not a good look for me. Personally, I don't think that would be a good look. To each their own. That's just not something that I would want to do. Use the psychological tricks to make shit happen. I do not know that I would be good at making videos personally. I respect when others can. Well, I appreciate that. And I appreciate everybody coming through, right? This is my update about my YouTube channel. Twitch is just a side thing, but I figure since I'm streaming, I might as well stream on both. So like I said, I'm not mad at the players. I'm mad at the game because they have found a way to, in my opinion, put in less effort. Again, I'm not going to say it's harder. Like, some of it may be harder, right? But like a no commentary gameplay channel, that's not harder. I've done those videos. They're not harder. It might be a case by case, basis, but overall, making long form content takes longer. Again, maybe not harder, but it takes longer. And so when I see other channels do better than me, I'm happy for them. But at the same time, it's like, well, that doesn't seem fair. And like, I'm sure someone, well, no one, I don't think anyone here is going to say it, but life isn't fair. Well, yeah, no shit, life isn't fair. But that doesn't mean that it still doesn't, that doesn't remove the sting, I guess. So maybe this wall that I've hit was inevitable. And I've thought about this a lot, actually. Maybe this wall was always going to happen, whether it's 750 subscribers or I had 7,500 subscribers. Maybe eventually I was going to hit this wall regardless. And I thought, well, what if I had been monetized? Would I still have hit this wall? Maybe, maybe not. I won't know. I'm not monetized. I was this close to being monetized one time. I was a few hundred watch hours away. Like I was close. Cause on YouTube, I think it's 4,000. Maybe they reduced it to 3,000. Either way, I was just a couple hundred away. And it happened, I think, because I live streamed one day and I don't think anyone joined. And so I wasn't really talking. And because of that, it was just like the ambience, just the sound effects of the game and whatnot. And I think somebody probably fell asleep watching YouTube and it auto queued. And because they watched the whole 3-hour stream, it pushed it out to more people who had also fell asleep, because this video had 900 public watch hours. It was a big amount of big chunk of hours. But I ended up not becoming monetized, so I'm not going to know. But I was thinking, would this still have happened if I was monetized? And I think it probably just depend on how much money I was making. But I'm pretty sure that you have to have a pretty big, a large amount of subscribers and a lot of public watch hours to make any decent amount of money. Which I don't even know how much money. If it was $20, every 3 months, I don't think I would keep doing it. But if it were if I was making $100 a month, I think I probably would keep at it. But again, I'm not monetized, so I'm not going to know. But regardless, the motivation just isn't here. Another thing is my review scale. I thought at one point that maybe it was confusing, so I added the little graphic and it showed how I broke down the ratings, because I figured just having the numbers might be confusing for some people, so I made the little graphic. I remember someone saying exactly if 7 out of 10 is average, shouldn't that be a 5? But the way I always viewed it was that 10 was perfect, and it was 90%, 80%, like a grading scale in school, right? So 7 out of 10, that'd be 70. That's a C. That's kind of average. I mean, if you have really strict parents, B might be average, but regardless, I felt 70 was an average, and I kind of did, I guess, on a bell curve, kind of reviewing everything, giving it a rating and whatnot. And in the past couple weeks, I even thought, well, maybe I could switch it to an S through F, tier rating system, because that's a really popular thing. But then again, I thought, I have 750 subscribers, and one of my videos might get, if I'm lucky, 30 people at the very end. So would it even be worth changing it? I just don't think it would be. My channel name, I don't remember who said it, but it has kind of stuck with me that maybe the Sausage Mahoney 1992 doesn't immediately tell people it's the gaming channel. And I think when I came up with that, I was just looking for something, and that's what I did. And somebody, I don't remember who, could have been anybody in chat. Maybe it could have been somebody like another content creator. I don't remember. But they said, maybe you should be Sausage Mahoney Gaming instead. And I really thought about that. But then I noticed there are other channels out there bigger than me who do gaming, and it's just like, just random like clips or whatever. I don't know. Or even no commentary channels that don't have gaming in their title. So I'm like, would that really help? I don't think it would hurt, but would it be worth changing? Because if I could change my name on YouTube. That would be easy. But eventually I would want to change like my logos and stuff, because at the end of a lot of my videos, I've got my channel logo, and I actually found a way that you can take 100 of your logo and smush them together and then rotate it in DaVinci Resolve. And then you can make a video out of it, but it takes a lot to render it, because it's rendering 100 pictures spinning at the same time. And I thought, do I really want to go back and do that again? So I never went through with the change, because I figured I don't know like how much it would actually, benefit. Let me get back to all this. So all I keep hearing is that you're now free for editing jobs, freelance, correct? I mean, I'm no professional editor by any means. I am terrified of Fusion and DaVinci Resolve. That's the only software I even remotely know. I've tried to learn Fusion. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, you just learn it." I've tried. I've tried. When I did the Destiny 3 like the Monument of Triumph videos, they're kind of goofy, right? I spent so long in Fusion to get those things to do what they did. And that was so basic. That was just like tracking, and Fusion's hard. I have not figured it out yet. Maybe one day I will, but at the moment in audio mixing, I'm not good at that either. So am I freelance? I guess. But just know that I'm not professional by any means. All my YouTube recommendations are Family Guy and anime clips. Foxy said, you messed up something. Hulk says he feels me. Yeah. Oh, ads back. Okay. Hopefully you guys didn't miss too much. I've talked about channel names and branding before, but I don't think I ever suggested that. Neither does Burnt Peanut, but he does all right. I did suggest the bullet points and scripts as a public speaking thing. Yes, you did, Foxy. And I have taken that to heart, dude. I really have. And I've gone back. I've watched some of my old videos, and you're right. And I even experimented with going away from bullet points again, just to see, like, just to see. And bullet points really did help. So you gave me that suggestion, and I ran with it, and I feel like it has helped. So I'm open to, I don't want to say criticism. I like the word critique more, because critiquing just sounds less harsh. Like a film critic. Ew, no. But there's no film critiques. I don't know. Anyway, you did give me, you did offer that piece of advice, and I took it and I ran with it. So thank you, Foxy. I do think that it has helped me. You want a unified name and presence. Correct. Yep. Kind of like how I wish I could just be firms on all platforms. I get that. Yeah. I mean, I am sausage, but unfortunately, there's a lot of other people on YouTube also named sausage. So I don't think I'll ever stand out. And that, given this conversation, that's fine. You are Trogdor on every platform. That's true. The one and only. Yep. I had to get away from Foxy Mage since it was too specific. I don't know. I really liked Foxy Mage. Hulk says you do a pretty good job. Thank you, Hulk. I really do appreciate that. Rhino says fusion. I don't know much, but I've seen earrings that help. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That was a good one. Proud of you. I don't know if that one is. So rebrand as Cardboard Lover Gaming. If What was that thing that you said to me, Firms? If you weren't a mod, I would ban you. Okay. Let's move on to this next thing that I want to talk about. To game developers. If there are any game developers in chat, or if you're watching this after the fact, this is directly for you guys. If you ever gave me a key to a game and I never reviewed your game, please know that I fully intended to. I never asked for keys and didn't plan to not review them. If I asked for a key, I intended to review your game. It's that simple. There were plenty of games that I played that I feel like were absolute hidden gems, whether it was a key that was given to me or a game that I bought. There are some hidden gems out there, and that's kind of what I wanted my channel to be, was to showcase these games. And that's another thing. Some people, like, some of the advice I've been given was, well, you're playing games that nobody knows. Okay, there are other channels that do the same thing, and they're much bigger than me. So I call BS on that one. Another one was, oh, well, variety channels don't work. I don't have a logical response to that except nuh-uh. I don't have anything to back that up. So maybe it's true. But, whatever, right? Whatever. Or another thing was, somebody said, well, I don't know what your channel's about. You have game reviews, but then you also have like demos, but then you also have no commentary videos. What is your channel? And to me, like, if you take just a couple minutes to look at my videos, I think it would be, pretty easy to understand. But then again, maybe asking for 60 seconds for someone to look at my content before they make a decision is asking too much. I don't know. I don't think I'm branching out too much. I did try that one time with I think I did like 2 movie reviews, and then I realized, no, I gotta reel this back in, because one, it's a little too outside of my niche, a lot too outside of my niche. But then also I didn't like it. I mean, I liked it, but I didn't like the way it turned out, which again, like I said, I can like my content while also being, a critic of my own. I can critique my own content. And that was one of those things where it's like, no, this isn't working for me. Anyway, there are some games I played that were absolute gems, hidden gems that I really, really did enjoy. But then there were also some games that I played that were just stinky. They were straight doo-doo. And so I'm not going to say which games were doo-doo and, which ones were bad, which ones are good. I think my reviews kind of speak for that. But even then, there were some games that I really enjoyed that after I rated them, I realized I enjoy it, but I don't think it's a good game necessarily. But regardless, I'm not going to say which games were bad, because that's not very nice. But if there are any developers watching right now or after the fact, just know that if you sent me a key and I didn't play your game, I had every intention to. So if I didn't, I apologize. So what does that mean, right? I've talked a lot it's been about 50 minutes. What does that all mean? Sausage doesn't play board games or do models. I don't play a lot of board games. I will say my favorite board game, which I haven't, my favorite tabletop is actually Betrayal at House on the Hill, but I haven't played that in a long time. Stop stealing my bits. What are you talking? Who? If people are donating bits, I'm not seeing it because I don't have Mix It up. Go Apeship. I could play that again. I hear the variety BS all the time. Okay, so you hear what I'm hearing too, Hulk. People say, you should only focus on one game, which that can help. Don't get me wrong, that can help. Let's take Astrocross for example. I know a lot of people don't like him, and that's fine. That's not the point. But by and large, he focuses specifically on Destiny. He has played Warframe. He has played Marathon. He has played RuneScape and some other games. But when you think Astrocross, you don't think variety gamer. You think Destiny 2. So it can't hurt to focus on one game. But to say that you should only focus on one game, I don't buy that. Rhino, WTF, I don't know what your channel is about. I saw all these game related videos, but I had to click on them for more than 30 seconds and then TikTok notified me. So I guess you're really confusing. Dude, yes. That's actually like my big thing. It's funny that you mentioned that about the 30 seconds, right? Because you can have your average view duration. You can see it on your AVD, how long the average viewer lasts. And I don't understand why things drop off within the first 30 seconds. But when I first started trying to understand it, my thought process was, you watched my video for 30 seconds, or even let's just go a full minute, right? 60 seconds. You watched my video for 1 whole minute when the whole video is 10 minutes long and you decided you didn't like it. Which, to be fair, sometimes you just know. Sometimes you're like, this is not for me. And that's totally fair. But when you have 50, let's just say 50 viewers, like you have 50 views on your video, but then within the first 30 seconds, 80% of them drop off, you're like, how? Personally, I think it's because of the automatic play feature on YouTube. Though when I've asked other YouTubers about it, they're like, no, that's not what does it. So I'm like, so if that's not it, that's gotta mean that within the first 60 seconds, they just decide that they don't like my video. 10%, it could be 10% of my video. They've only watched 10%. And they're like, no, I don't like this. It just doesn't make sense. It means we're going streaking. I am not going streaking, firms. Betrayal is wonderful. It is wonderful. I didn't like the expansion. The fan made stuff. I appreciate that the fans tried to make content. Like, don't get me wrong, that's cool. I like that the company said, hey fans, go ahead and send us your scenarios and we'll put them in the game. That's cool. But the ones I've played, I just didn't like them. Base Betrayal, that's where it's at. It means you're joining me in PvP. I'm not joining anyone in PvP. Hulk, no. This dude cannot dude. Listen to firms. Rhino, not hating on TikTok, but everything is TikTok. Yeah. Betrayal is such a boss game. I have the old one and the new version. I feel like that's got to be on the board game simulator, the tabletop simulator. I feel like that's got to be on there. Betrayal is not in my top 10, but I do like playing it. I don't play a lot of tabletop games, but I would say that's probably number one. I don't know. I can't think anymore. So that's why it's number one. They want you to be obnoxiously extra. And if you're not, they don't want to watch. And that's my thing, Hulk. Like and I've even kind of been not made fun of, but like, that's, I think Firms and Silver have probably like done an imitation of me And their imitation is, it's always two things. One, it's, oh, hey guys, do you want collab? You want collab, guys? Let's collab on something. And then the other one is that I'm basically Eeyore when I play a game. Oh, hey guys, it's Sausage. Let's play a game. Like, I feel like those are the two imitations I get, and Eeyore is not one of those extra people. Um, and that's just me. And honestly, I would rather, there are some extra people that I do enjoy, but there are also extra people where I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. You are so annoying, right? I'm sure we all know people kind of like that. And I think I would rather take someone who is quiet but genuine rather than extra and fake. Because I feel like a lot of, I've tried to do the extra thing, kind of, and it was super fake. Like I remember there was a Destiny 2 live stream. It was during um episode, not Echoes, not Heresy. It was the one with Fickrel, whatever that middle one was. I forget the name. But they were talking about Onslaught and they were introducing turrets. And I remember being fake about it and be like, "Oh my god, they're adding turrets. This is crazy." That's not me. I didn't like it, but I was experimenting because I wanted to see like what I liked, what worked, what didn't work, whatever. It was fake. That's not me. I'd rather take someone with my demeanor who is genuine and authentic. And they don't have to be like, you know, if they get excited at the right moments. It doesn't need to be 100 all the time. We can be at 100 at some moments and just be hanging out at like 40 or 50 for the rest of the stream or the video, whatever it is. I'm fine with that. Give me that instead of 100 at all times. Um, Come back up a little bit. Yes, that is 100% correct. That makes a surprising high amount of sense when you learn about marketing. Um, Betrayal is, so Firms, Betrayal is a game, you explore a haunted house, and each time you play it's different because there's room tiles, and so you build the haunted house one tile at a time as you play. And I mean, it can get big. Like I've had to bring in a second like spare folding table because the house gets so big. It's like we have to move the attic over here. The attic isn't going to fit on the table anymore. So you build the haunted house and you find omens as you play, and then you have to roll. And if your roll fails, like the omen check or betrayal check, I think it's the omen check or whatever. If your roll fails, depending on what the omen is and what room the omen was found in, there's a different scenario. So like there's one where like rat people or mole people come out of the ground and you have to go do something to win. There's another one where like the devil like takes over the house and like the statues come to life and they're possessed by demons. There's one where the house gets teleported to a different dimension and the air is not breathable, so you have so many turns to get to the library to play a special song on the organ before you die from like toxic air or whatever. um it's actually, it's pretty cool. um any more of this betraying will summon Karn? Honestly, you could probably create your own scenario that involves Karn. I'm it's kind of like Clue meets D&D with a sprinkle of like, I guess D&D is a choose your own adventure. I think you would like it, Firms. Um Oh, and people can become the bad guy. Absolutely. Sometimes there's a betrayer, sometimes there's no betrayer. There might be some with multiple betrayers. There are some where if the betrayer kills you, you then become a betrayer, like maybe a zombie or something. I don't know. I've done the collab comment, but not the Eeyore one. And like I took no offense to that, Silver. But don't think I took offense. I find them funny. But I do it no more than Firms with how's my audio. Yeah, that's just the thing. That's our thing. that's Firm's thing. This is my thing. I think it's funny. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Revenant. Yes. Thank you, Firms. Is my audio okay, guys? Hey, guys, is my audio okay? And I pick in fun. I know you do, Silver. And I've told people if I cross the line, let me know. No one says anything. I don't. But I know it's in fun. I've never took offense to it. I find it funny. Me trying to impersonate you impersonating me, that's funny. I've gotten some hype sometimes on stream, but never to the degree I see others. My fave is the plant ones. You're right, Hulk. I think we've all done it, but it's always like within reason. You're like, oh, like that's a normal response for this person to have based on the situation. It's never always 100. My fave is the plant ones. You got to find the main plant, and the vines are coming up and attacking you throughout the rooms. I'm sure I've played that one. There's so many. Like the base game itself has like 50 different scenarios. I've never played all of them. If you roll under amount of omens and play the room, yep. Vampire scenario. There's probably a vampire scenario. It's a good game. Yes, it's funny. I want people to pick on me and give me crap back. Sometimes I enjoy a good singer. Oh, dude, for sure. Anyway, to get back on topic, what does all of this mean? Right? What does all this mean? It means that I'm going on hiatus. I'm not going to say that I'm quitting. Quitting is definitive, but I don't know what the future of my channel is looking like. Maybe I'll come back in a month. I doubt it because it's been a month and a half since I've done a game review. I don't think one more month is going to do it. I'm currently taking classes online, as some of you might know. So maybe I'm just burnt out from trying to make these game reviews while also going to school. So maybe after I graduate, maybe I will want to come back. I don't know. Maybe I need to take a year or two off. I don't know. I don't have the answer. I just know that if I'm forcing myself to make these videos, it means I'm not enjoying it. And it's even at the point where I can't even force myself, right? So, for example, the Poolscape and the Gore games, I reviewed those and I really liked them, and I made some game theory videos. I did the Poolscape game theory and then the Gore game theory. And then Poolscape came out with an update and I made another game theory. So I've made 3 game theory videos about 2 different games. I talked to the developer of that, of those 2 games, Cosmic Arcade, kind of frequently. He's got another game coming out called Astrophobia. I have already played it. I've beat it. I've got all 11 achievements. The game does not come out for almost a month. I've played it. I beat it. I have all the achievements. There's 11 achievements that took me an hour to beat. So it's not like, I really put in a lot of time and effort. But the point is that I have the game. I've played it. I've beat it. I've 100%ed it. I want to review it. I want to do another game theory video about it because it's I don't want to spoil anything, but it's the same developer. And so I wanted to make another game theory video about it. I typed up a script for this game that hasn't released, that I really enjoyed the other 2 for, that I really enjoyed making game theory videos. I typed up a script. I read through it. And the moment I started reading it, I thought, I don't want to do this. Like, I want to do this, but I don't want to do this. So my YouTube channel is going on hiatus. Maybe I'll come back. I don't know. Timmy Trogdor, hiatus. Sure, we can talk later, Trogdor. Hello, Adis. Hi. Thank you, Rhino. Thank you. So it boils down to, we're going to have to hold the sausage. Got it. Yep. Foxy got a haircut. What I miss? You missed a lot, but also not really. Basically, I'm putting my channel on ice for a while. No, what it means is we might have to wait a long time if we want a sausage with everything. Oh, that was me at my job. I quit. I know that you were in the process of getting a new job. Well, you'll have to talk to me later, Foxy, about the updates and stuff. I guess if I have to wait, it'll just make me crave the meat more. Well, you better visit our channels. Princess Cat said, sorry, phone call. I'm getting crab and cheese bowl. Oh, that sounds good. You might need a theme shift in video style. But here's the thing. I make videos, right? And I never had a dream of being a YouTuber or anything like that, right? I never had that dream. One, I was a little too old for that to happen. But two, I never thought, to me, it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, that'd be cool, but like, it's whatever. I started my channel in March. I believe it was March 26th, 2024. I don't know. It's just like ingrained in my head. But I started my channel. And I remember I skipped the gym that day, and I made a cup of coffee, and I sat down to watch some YouTube as I was going to drink my coffee, and I found this video. I think the channel name was called On the Rocks, but maybe I'm wrong. And it was like a video of him playing Sonic, like one of the older Sonics on like Sonic, Genesis or something. And the title of the video was something like why you should start a YouTube channel now, or something along those lines. And I thought, okay, like, let's watch this. Before the video was finished, I was looking up how to start a YouTube channel. And so I've been doing this. My channel is over 2 years old. I would say my game reviews are almost 2 years old, because I think I didn't start my first review until like maybe August. Because I remember I played the Pathless, and Firms was watching me, and I really enjoyed it. And I remembered that I used to leave like really detailed Steam reviews, and I thought I could just, do both of those. Because at that time, I was kind of just playing random games with no real direction. I was trying to do commentary, and I couldn't do it. It's a lot. It's kind of like streaming, where you have to like, perform a little bit, and performing while playing a game was just exhausting to me. And I was making the Destiny 2 solo dungeon guides, and then some other Destiny 2 stuff. But I realized, like, in that moment, I thought, I'm gonna review games. Like, this is what I'm gonna be good at. And I do think I was good at it, and I learned. I don't even remember where I was going with all that. Because a theme shift in video style. But that's the thing. I've tried to make changes, and I don't think I have it in me anymore, at least for the time being anyway. I did make him a new starting soon screen, but I got lazy. That may have been around the time where, I started feeling burnout, and I was just like, I'll get to it when I get to it. Maybe, I don't remember. The problem is when something you love becomes like work, it can kill the passion. So taking a step back is a good idea. And see, I was thinking to myself, I'm not upset about this. But then I thought to myself, well, you're making this video, so you have to be a little bit upset. So sure, maybe I am. But I think the reason why I wanted to do this is because, one, I do have some viewers who actually engage with my videos, and to those people, thank you. I don't want this stream to be like I don't want this to be like I'm ungrateful for the subscribers I have because none of them watch my content. That's not it. I do have some viewers who really genuinely do enjoy my videos, and I really appreciate them. I'm grateful to have them here, and for the comments that they leave and all that stuff. Like, this isn't a blanket statement for every single subscriber I have. That's definitely not it. Where was that? Where the hell was I going? Oh, I did this because there are some viewers who genuinely do enjoy my content, and they might wonder like, oh, like Sausage hasn't uploaded in a while. More importantly, this was for the game developers, because if they do watch this video, they might understand where I'm coming from and understand why I didn't review their game. And it's not because I didn't want to. I would never ask for a key and then not intend to play it. It's just the way, it worked out. Some games were just so bad that I was just like, I'm not going to review this. You're right, Firms. I should focus. But I think another big reason was that this makes it definitive, right? If I say it, it's out there. That's it, right? I can always take it back, but the fact that I'm saying it, it's like it's out there now. I don't know. I guess you could say I love reviewing games. I love might be a strong word, but I don't. I really did enjoy it. I mean, I put almost 2 years into this. There are other channels that I've seen that exploded way more than I did, whether they're gaming or not. I've seen other channels that exploded that are, 10 times bigger than me that stopped. And there could be a variety of reasons. Maybe they got burnt out. Maybe they died. I don't know. Maybe their computer broke. There all kinds of different reasons. But the fact that I had less results compared to those people, but they quit before I did, I feel like that really goes to show like I was committed to this. Never too old. You're right. You're right. Princess Cat, all ads. Damn it. Commentary is hard. It is hard. As much as I enjoy your videos, I have no issue with you putting it on hold and applaud your choice, especially if you've lost the passion and love for it. Don't let yourself burn out. Don't pump out things that don't thrill you. Just do it. Find your passion again, even if it applies to something else. Well, that's another thing, Rhino. I don't know what I enjoy. I bought a bunch of games during the winter Steam sale. I bought a bunch of games on the summer Steam sale just recently. And I want to play them, but there's like this feeling where it's like, if I do decide I want to review a game, it means I'm going to have to replay it so that I can like capture footage. And I don't know if I want to do that. Like, I want to go into it blind, essentially, I guess. And by playing it, I'm ruining the blind experience. But I don't know what else I want to do. I mean, even if it's not gaming, it's like, what do I want to do? I don't know. I do enjoy lifting, but I've been slacking so hard on that. Maybe it's because of the burnout. I don't know. Part of it's because it's summer and it's light out for a long time, and it's just I don't sleep well as it is, and then just making it bright, and then my cats are like, it's 5:30, time to get our day started. Like, dude, no, go back to sleep. So gaming or lifting has been kind of on pause. So what do I enjoy? I don't know. Or be able to talk and reach out at the same. You're right. Lights, lighter, and sorrow. Focus. I'm always on the run, so I don't think I could be a big streamer. I'm streaming purely to talk to fellow gamers while gaming and maybe talk a little shit from time to time. Hey, I like that, man. As long as you're happy with what you've got going on, that's all that matters. That is all that matters, man. Some people, they want to stream once a month, and that's fine. They want to make one game review a month. That's fine. Other people, they just boom, 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 boom. Just whatever works for you and whatever makes you happy. Unless someone posts a Twitch video or stream, I think they are dead. See? Okay, so there was one channel. I'm not going to say their name. They played Destiny for a little bit, and I tried to collab with them. And here's the thing, right? Collabing. I know that's kind of like the joke about me, kind of like, oh, let's collab. And it's a funny joke. I'm not offended by it. I do think it's funny, but that's kind of my thing. I never wanted to collab to piggyback off of other people. If I did piggyback off of them, like if that was like a thing that happened, I wouldn't be mad, but that wasn't my goal. right? I'm a small content creator. I'm a small content creator. Most of the other people I talk to, I hope no one takes offense to it, is also a small content creator. I think that we should, have each other's backs. We should do things together because then we can both grow. Hypothetically, right? Theoretically, whatever word. Theoretically, we would both grow if we collab. Now, if I collabed, let's take Astacross again, for example, or like Moist Critical, of course I'm piggybacking. That would never happen. But, if that scenario were to be real, I would be piggybacking for sure. That's not my goal. My goal is that I want to support other small content creators and grow together. In fact, there are 2 content creators in chat right now who I'm trying to be like Mike Tyson and now Kith, right? I want them to collab because I'm like, holy shit, like that would be straight fire. You know who you 2 are. Get on it. Do your collab. I'm not involved, but I want to see it. And I'm not even asking for a cut. If you guys get famous, I'm not even asking for a cut. I just want to see it for the love of the game, man. You know who you 2 are. Get collabing. But there was one guy, he played Destiny, and I tried to collab with him, and it never happened. Like, I would be in his stream, but we wouldn't be streaming together. And he exploded. And I thought, like, good for him, but also, like, I'm trying to collab with you, man, and you're, like, not interested. That's fine. But, like, also, like, man, that sucks. This same person, they haven't uploaded in 6 months. They've got, I don't remember how many. They've got a few thousand subscribers. And they haven't uploaded in like 6 months. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm still trucking along. Less, I've seen less success than this guy, but I'm still trucking along. And they're like, nope, I'm done. Which, maybe they died. Maybe their computer broke. Maybe they just gave up because they realized that, it wasn't worth it or whatever. I think I was going back to the whole, like I put in legit effort. Because I also remember I found someone else online who was bitching and moaning about one of their videos. I'm like, dude, your channel is a month old. And they're like, yeah, but I see these other channels and they explode overnight. What am I doing wrong? I thought, come back in 6 months. Come back in 9 months. Come back in 12 months. Come back once you've actually put in real effort. And then we can talk about how you can improve. Don't come to me after 1 month and be like, oh, what am I doing wrong? Dude, you're not even trying. Anyway, I kind of, tangent going back to whatever. Oh, pretty sure the first person I followed on Twitch may be dead. Oh, let's go back up. Unless someone, okay, yeah. There was somebody who followed me and I haven't heard from them. They're somewhere in Europe. I think they're going into college. I haven't heard from them since I played Coffee Talk, which was a while ago. Or just college, yeah. Or college. Crack, because you need to go. Dude, if I think Ohio is hot and humid, I even looked it up. I thought, how hot and humid is Georgia compared to Ohio? Like, I'm sure there was heat. I wasn't so sure about humidity. No, dude, I am so cool. I have not once in my life been grateful that I lived in Ohio until I looked that up. You stay down there. I'll stay up here. Come on, man. I got the gym at the at the house. That might be different. All right, bet. One day I will come down there and we'll live together, Hulk. You are a large context creator. With Markiplier, Bob and Wade also created content with each other because they're see, and that's the other thing. It's not just about like wanting to support smaller channels, but it's also about just doing stuff with your friends, right? I would argue that when it comes to streaming, Firms is bigger than I am. I'm not trying to gain his subscribers, but do think that I have enough subscribers and followers that he could still gain something a little bit from it. And as my friend, I would like to do that for him. Hulk, I would love to do stuff with you too. I know that you do mostly like single player stuff, and that's cool, dude. I mean, you play Marvel Rivals, but like God of War, that's, you are in your lane and you're doing a great job. I support you however I can. Trogdor, same for you, man. You're kind of in your lane. You're doing your own thing. We all like games that we all have different tastes, right? I I will recommend games to people like, hey, I really like this game. If you're interested, we could play it. And some people will say, no, that's not my game. And that's fine. Like, I take no offense to that. It's just one of those things where it's like, hey, I like this. If you like it too, feel free to let me know. But there's no expectations. And if other creators did the same thing, hey, this is a game I've been looking at. If you think this is something you'd like, we can play together. And I would hope that I could respectfully decline that as well, and that those people wouldn't take offense to it. Like if someone wanted to play Marathon with me, I'm not going to play Marathon, but thank you for offering, and I hope that you have a good time playing Marathon. Maybe Marathon was a bad example because of the whole Sony situation and whatnot, but it's like a hardcore extraction shooter. Arc Raiders was fun for the most part until, like, you know, I got PvP'd, and then I was like, fuck this game, I'm not playing this anymore. But the fact that someone might reach out and say, hey, I'm thinking about getting this game, you can join me if you want, that means more to me than anything else. And I would hope that it would be the same way, you know, I hope it would be a two-way street. There's no expectations, but the invitation is always there. I think that's a good way to put it. No, sir, you are not a small content creator, Hulk. What in the bloody shitstorm are you on about? Dude, I don't know. I'm rambling because this is my my channel update, because YouTube is being put on ice for an indefinite amount of time. And I don't know about Twitch. Like, Twitch was live streaming was a side thing that I did. I enjoyed it, but like, that was not my focus. Could I focus on streaming? Maybe. I don't know if I'd want to, because I don't want to focus on just one game. That's why I didn't stick with Destiny 2 content on my YouTube channel. I didn't want to do that anymore. So I switched to game reviews. And while it's still game reviews, I'm reviewing all kinds of different games. So it was fresh. And then I did game theories, and that's different than game reviews. So I don't know. I feel like if I streamed, it'd have to be like one specific thing. And I don't know if I'd want to do that, or even like a handful of similar games. But again, I don't know if I'd want to do that. I just don't think that's my skill set. I'm much better at typing up a script and talking about that than putting on a performance during a live stream. Some people are good at that. Some people are not good at, long form content. It is what it is. Some people are just, that's how they're wired. I love doing stuff with friends. I'm happy just to do that. And if my friends benefit somehow, that's even better. That's exactly how I feel. If I could have more time, I would create a streamer group, and I would love to do that too. And Firms and I have even talked about that. Firms, we've had like an idea of like a shared YouTube or like a Twitch channel, but he knows more about that than I do because he's been in one before, and it gets kind of hairy. I'm sure there's other workarounds, like maybe like a Discord server for this group of people. I don't know. Maybe something we can talk about, Firms. True Invisible, what's going on? Thank you for stopping by. You remind me of myself personally. The difference is you joined March 26, 2024. You remind me of myself personally. Okay, yeah. And I joined November 15th, 2017. 18 years of content creation, never got monetized. Wow. I'm gonna finish this, and then I want to ask you some questions. You could transform your channel into more of a podcast style and interview indie devs. I have legitimately thought about that, Firms. There was one developer who I was actually in talks with to do that. And then he just kind of, I still have his email, but like all his handles just poof. So I could email him, and I think I did email him once and he just didn't respond. But I don't know. I don't know if that would be something I would be good at. I mean, I could try, but it's one I've thought about it. It's like, okay, well, what questions do I ask? What was your inspiration? What was, I, there's only so many questions I can ask. I just don't know. I don't know if I could do it. That's all. I would be willing to try, but I don't know if I could like actually pull it off. Even if you choose not to stream any longer, if I ever do, you're welcome in my streams, as are a lot of people here at TBH. That's very kind of you, Rhino, and I would happily accept any invitation. I would. Found your channel by mere chance and recently subbed. I enjoy the subjects you work and upload. Thanks very much for the great effort. Thank you, True Invisible. What kind of content did you make? And what kind of content did you make, and what was your motivation to keep going? No. Foxy is talking about an official Twitch streaming group, not like a Discord thingy. Yeah, see, that's where things get hairy, because if you become, if you start making money from Twitch, how do you split that up? That's where things can get kind of rough. So I would never want to do that personally. What's mine is mine and what's theirs is theirs, but I would happily support the other people in the group. But the moment a single dollar enters that account thing, I wouldn't want to be involved in that. Thank you for the kind words from my friend. Yeah, thank you, True Invisible, and thank you everybody for being here. I really do appreciate it. I'm not, like I said, I'm not upset about any of this, but then again, I am making the video, so I guess to some degree I have to be. But it's just one of those things where like I've been upset about this. See, okay, so maybe I am upset about this, but the word I was going to say is mad. I've been mad about this for a while because I would see these other content creators. I'm like, that you're a streamer. You're not a YouTuber, but you're bigger than me on YouTube and you started after I did, or you do no commentary channels or gameplay videos on your channel and you're bigger than me when you don't even you don't record the script. You don't edit. You just click record and then that's it. Yeah. I mean, you were fine with me when we did our podcast and we never needed to re-record anything. Yeah, but I think the reason for that, Firms, is because I had a feeling we weren't going to get monetized, just because I knew, based on my experience in YouTube, I was like, we're not going to get monetized. We would have to be really good or strike gold or something. There would have to be something that would make us become monetized. And I don't know what that is. Therefore, I didn't see us doing it. And because of that, I was like, that's fine. I felt like that was your project that I was a company to. I was a party to, and I was grateful for it. But I was like, this is Firm's thing. I'm going to participate and I'm going to help edit because I wanted to do that for you. But I never saw that as I never saw it was like a partnership, if that makes sense. Like it was, but it's more a friend helping a friend. And not to say that I didn't want to do it, because I did. Clearly I did. We recorded a few episodes, but I was like, this is Firm's thing and I'm just along for the ride. All right, scroll back up a little bit. You've got 610 videos and I've got 1.3K videos between standalone videos and live streams. If you think having over 700 subs and average 200 views is bad, try 2K subs and 0 views. Well, I do want to say that if you started in 2007, when did shorts become a thing? 2019 maybe? I don't know when shorts became a thing. A lot of my views have probably come from shorts. So I don't know how that applies, but I think it's an important metric to recognize. You need articles of incorporation. If you're talking 3 people, 1 channel, you'll have to get details down. Dude, no, you're thinking of that other thing. This Twitch stream thing, this Twitch stream team thing is legit. Say that 5 times fast. Twitch stream team thing is legit and not involved in revenue sharing. Well, then, so there are different avenues. And like, I will stream together. Clearly I'll stream together, but I think I'm probably misunderstood. I love to stream together. That's a form of collaboration. I love to do that. Even if I were bigger, I told you firms one time, I said, if I ever got big, I am pulling you kicking and screaming up with me. And that goes for all you guys. You know, you've been here, not that it's going to happen because I'm going on hiatus, but, if we've played games together and you're a content creator, I'm dragging you with me. You're not upset, but you do have feelings. That's a good way to put it, Trogdor. Or if 3 streamers just stream from their own point of view, then it can be who makes the money, get it, but usually people don't grow same rate. Yeah, that's, dude, I recognize that for sure. Founding a channel by mere chance while check for videos about Stray, the cat game. Creating content is very hard and complicated, and this site makes it even harder. Yeah. And like I said, like, no content gameplay videos. And I've talked to people about this before. Rhino, you and I talked about this. Foxy, you and I have talked about this. I don't watch those kinds of videos, but Foxy, you made a good point. You said, well, sometimes people are at work and, you know, they just want to watch something while they work. And I thought, you know what? That's a good point. Rhino said something about like, oh, well, what if it's a boss that they can't beat? So they watched the video, and I thought that's also a good point, and I've done that before too. But there are no commentary gameplay videos of games that don't have any, like, it'll have dialogue, but you have to read it. There's no audio to it. Or there's no bosses. Like, there are games where it just doesn't make sense to make no commentary gameplay videos for them, but they still explode. And that's what I'm talking about. If it were Elden Ring, that would make sense because I don't play Elden Ring, so I'd probably be bad at it. So if I did want to play it and I got stuck at a boss, I probably would look that up. But for games that don't have combat, for games that don't have, characters who are speaking, it just doesn't make sense. And again, oh, sorry, it's about to sneeze. But again, if it sounds like I am targeting anyone in particular, I'm not. If the shoe fits, I apologize. That's not my goal. I'm saying it as it is. If I wanted to target people, I would be saying names, and I don't. Like I said, I'm happy for these people, but when I see content creators do something that takes less work, but they get more out of it, I'm happy for them, but it kind of leaves a bitter taste in my mouth. Like I said, I have no commentary gameplay videos on my channel because all it requires is for me to press record, and then that's it. I was already going to make my game review videos, but this was just going to happen. If I wanted it to happen, it would just happen. So no commentary gameplay videos are the laziest form of content, but some channels, see real success from it. And it's just like, meh. Trogdor said it before I could. Upset or not, you do have strong enough feelings about it to make this announcement. Yeah. But I do feel that it's super hard being a solo Let's Player. You need at least one other person for Let's Plays. Oh, don't tell Firms that. He'll say that you're using them for content. The public hour counter and the uploads demanded by the site now are inhuman. I've done the calculation before. Right now, YouTube demands a minimum of 18 hours straight day for a year for ads only. That's ridiculous. My biggest problem on YouTube is that I don't have the time to make videos like I want. What kind of videos do you want to make, Hulk? Because I might be able to give you some pointers. Foxy, I am not targeting you. I promise. I don't want anyone to feel that I am targeting them, because that's not the point of this. That's not the point. No commentary videos should have a level of skill or dedication. And yeah, that's fine. Like skill, okay? Fighting a boss. If you're trying to fight a boss in Elden Ring and you can't figure it out and you go to YouTube to watch someone do it, that requires skill. But if it's the game Firewatch, for example, I keep hitting the arm. I hope it doesn't make noise. The game Firewatch. To anyone who doesn't know what Firewatch is, it's a story-driven walking simulator. You are in a Firewatch tower in like the Rockies or something, and there's another Firewatch ranger, I guess, in another tower, and you communicate with a walkie-talkie, and she'll say, oh, like, go, like, I know the area you're in. I used to watch it or whatever. You need to go to this place. There's a map wherever. And so you walk from point A to point B talking to this other person. And then once you get there, you'll see something, and you know, that's how the story progresses. And so you just walk all over this park as things transpire. It doesn't really take skill. I mean, the only skill would be like, I guess, common sense. You'd have to realize like, oh, yeah, a pine tree would be in the pine tree section or something. I don't know, but it doesn't take skill. It just takes a little bit of thought. And it's gameplay videos like those where I'm like, all you did was press record. That's not hard. There's no effort put into that. Firms, I was talking about how, who said it? Foxy said that it's hard being a solo Let's Player and you need at least one other person for Let's Plays. And I said, don't tell Firms that. He'll say that, they're using you for content. Oh yeah, he's content farming you. Okay, $20 please. But I cannot listen to no commentary videos. See? That's where I'm at. Just like how I can't listen to music without vocals. I can, and depending on, I mean, I like it, but I feel like that's apples to oranges. Ads hit while I was responding, but just shorts from my streams, mainly for YouTube and TikTok. I've also wondered if shorts have been the issue with some of this, because from what I've read, short subscribers do not transfer to long form content subscribers. People who subscribe because of shorts want to experience your content in just that format. And I feel like I can actually attest to that, because there are some YouTubers I subscribe to because of their shorts, and then I find their long form content, and it's like, I don't really want to watch that. So I'm wondering if maybe that has hurt my channel. I don't know. But then I also looked up, like, is 750 subscribers too many people to course correct? And the stuff I was reading was no. Like, statistically, 750 is actually pretty small. You can still course correct and change your channel. But I feel like, I mean, it's been almost 2 years. Not that I can't change it, but I think if it were to change, I keep hitting the arm, I'm sorry. If it were to change, it would have changed by now, and it hasn't. He's not targeting you, but I am. How come you're not wearing your laser tag vest? I feel like I might have had 1 or 2 good shots at this point. Every time I play airsoft, even when I'm hit, I'm never... That's good. Oh, and I'm very hard to make mad or feel targeted, sausage. Oh, good. Good. That's never my intention. And like, I feel like I've said things in the past unintentionally. I'm just like, you know, word vomiting that I realized later. I'm like, oh, that may have hurt that person's feelings. And that's never my intention. I'm just, speaking from the heart, I guess. And it's kind of a cringe phrase, but like, whatever. Just or under 1K is considered small, but I'm a believer that you can always course correct. Well, so here's another thing, Trogdor, right? You said under 1K is considered small. But I've talked to other creators, and it's like, what do you consider small? To me, right? To me, 10,000 subscribers is pretty big. But then to people who do have 10,000 subscribers, they're like, I'm not very big. So what is considered small? A small subscriber count. I do agree that anything under 1K is small, but a matter of perspective, I suppose. To activate actual monetization, 1K subs minimal. For ads. If you want to get ads, I believe it's 1K, but to get monetized, I think it's only 500. I think. Could be wrong. I'd have to double check. 4,000 public watch hours. I think it's 4,000 for ads, 3,000 for regular monetization per year. Yep. Or 10 million shorts viewed in the last 90 days. I've never come close to that. I've seen the needle move a little bit, but I've never come close to it. Someone said to me they really don't like PNG tubers or VTubers, and I'm like, but you watch me, bro. I don't know how I feel about PNG tubers and VTubers and such. I don't have a problem with them. I don't. But I'll go to like Twitch, because it'll say someone's live. I'm like, oh, like I want to go watch like they're live. I'm gonna go watch them. And then you get like all the recommended stuff. And I'll see PNG tubers with like 12K viewers, and I'm thinking there's nobody there. It's a cartoon character. And there's 12,000 people. What do you mean? So I don't know how I feel about PNG tubers. I have no problem with them. Maybe it's the people who watch PNG tubers or VTubers, because I'm like, there's nobody there. It's a cartoon. I don't know. Note that YouTube has the right to break the contract at any given time and for any given reason. Getting monetized is not guaranteed. I never thought about that, but that makes sense. I'm not surprised that they could break contract. I never thought about that. I mean, I don't think that they would without reason, but I'm not surprised that they could. Like, I get it. I don't know. It was funny. They hate my face, but they like my style. Me too, dude. Okay, so there are matters of scale. God damn it, donut. What? What are you talking about, donut? I do have a donut. I do have one. I got donuts this morning to have with my coffee. I went to the donut shop and I got donuts. Maybe I'll have one after this. Oh wait, lewd tuber? I don't know anything about a lewd tuber. That, just saying that sounds, it's just the way it rolls off the tongue. You're like, ooh, I don't think I should say that. Lewd tuber. No, dude. There's still a person behind it there, bud. Oh, I know. Oh, I'm well aware. I know. It's not a robot. But it just feels weird. I don't know. One of my longtime best friends, Dude Man 3003, began as a normal content creator, then became a VTuber. It's all about fan service. FS. Okay, and I do visit sometimes, but going AR, artificial reality, is not my thing. Yeah. Firms gave me a little Mothman PNG, and it's cool. I've never actually used it to replace myself. I've thought about it, but I've never gotten around to it. And it wouldn't be a permanent thing. It would be like, it's Halloween, I'm Mothman Eevee thing. I don't know. Let me get an AI voice changer and I'll be super popular.
You mean like this one, Foxy? Really about fan service, yeah. Dungeon Crawler Pearls Cat. go to, oh, nice. Turn the filter off now.
So yes, hiatus, putting the channel on ice for who knows how long. Social media. This one's titled kind of weird because it's not like it is social media, but like when you think social media, you think Facebook, you think Instagram. I have the YouTube Studio app on my phone. Maybe I'll delete it. I don't. For a minute I thought I'll delete Twitch off my phone too, but here's the thing. I want to step away, but I still want to support people. And it's like I can't step away. Like I can step away and still support people, but if I step away, I want to like, cold turkey, and I can't. I don't know if I could do that, or I don't know if I want to continue streaming sometimes. I don't know. These are just things I've thought about. There are a bunch of Discord servers that I'm in. And I thought maybe I should leave them. They're mostly servers for game developers who are working on their games. There are some that are not game developers and they are content creators. And I don't want anyone to take it personal, but it's one of those things where it's like, I think I might need to just remove shit. Just clean house. And I don't want anyone to take that personal, but I also don't want to offend anyone either. Mostly it's just getting away from numbers. That's really what it is. My Discord, I'm not deleting my Discord server. It isn't very active. Let's just be 100% real. It's not active. I wanted it to be active. I wanted game developers to showcase their games. I wanted other content creators to come in and be like, hey, I'm looking for people to play with. Like, I wanted it to be a hub, and it's not a hub. I'll share videos or memes or whatever, and they don't get any interaction. And I'm not pointing fingers at anyone in particular, because I think there's over 70 people in the server. I'm not pointing fingers, but it's a large community, and there's no interaction. So, like I said, my Discord is not active at all, but it's staying up. I'm leaving it up. If people want to go in there and do things, that's what it's there for. That's why I made it for. But I also understand that it's not active. So I had fun doing it up until about April or May or whenever. But I think it's time that I put this all on hiatus, put it on ice, step away for a while. Maybe I'll come back. Maybe I won't. But that's kind of where I'm sitting right now. With all of that said, I am completely done with all of that. I'm opening the floor to all of you guys. I kind of opened it before, and I've wanted to engage with you guys, but I knew that's because I didn't want to have to go all the way back, and that'd be a lot. But now the floor is absolutely open to all of you guys. If you have questions, comments, concerns, whatever, share whatever you want to put in chat. Put it in chat. Yes, so I'm done with everything I've said. I'm done making YouTube videos for the time being. Maybe I'll stream, but we'll see, I guess. And now you guys have the floor to say whatever you want. I can do that without a voice changer. Justice for pudding cat firms. Rhino, I'm only on book 2. Just like your signature is the sausages, mine is the invisible blade. We simply make content we enjoy, and just share it out of curiosity, just out of goodwill. Oh, for sure. I used to lurk 3 streams a day back when my child was a baby. Do it. Unfollow people is cathartic. Yeah, but there's not a lot of people that I dislike. Dislike's not the right word. All right, for example, there was someone in my Discord who I ended up removing because I tried to collab with this person a couple different times. I think it was probably like 2 times, maybe. I think once I said something, and then there was also the charity, like the live stream thing I did for Rigby, which that's what this hat was for. And that's another thing. I'll just side tangent for a second. I wanted to do like an annual FIP fundraiser thing because what the fuck, sausage? Damn it. Okay. Give me a second. I was really, fuck me, man. Jesus, fuck, dude. I was really devastated when I found Rigby, and I don't want anyone else to go through that. Fuck. Anyway, so I wanted to do an annual fundraiser for an FIP charity that would, raise money to try to find cures or medicines or whatever. And so I found a place. I thought, okay, I'm gonna email these guys and let them know, like, hey, I have this YouTube channel, I have a Twitch channel. This was what happened to my cat, and I would like to raise money. I want to do an annual charity fundraiser to donate to you guys. But I've never done this before. Like, talk to me. What can we do to set this up? And I never got a response. And at the time I was like, you know what? That's fine. We still got, when did I do that? Like maybe February. I thought, you know what? It's February. I'm not planning to do this until the fall anyway. Plenty of time. But maybe that was like the thing that really started this. Not started it, but maybe it was one of the small pieces, small little pebbles that started this avalanche, I guess. Because I wanted to reach back out to him, but then, like I said, April and May rolled around. And it's like, I don't feel like doing the YouTube videos anymore because I'm not getting the engagement that I want. A lot of the live streams I do, I don't get the engagement. I've got 750 subscribers. Hardly any of them ever come through. And the people who do come through, the regulars, right? Foxy, Trogdor, Firm, Silver, Hulk. Like, you guys know who you are. If I didn't say your name, Rhino, if you guys know who you are, you guys come through, and I'm grateful to have you guys here. But I've got all these followers on Twitch, all these subscribers on YouTube, and they don't come through. So it's like the FIP, place, they didn't respond to me. My subscribers don't watch my content. It feels like, anyway. My followers and subscribers don't come to my live streams. Why the fuck would I put together, a charity event if no one's going to come through? People came through the first time. Again, I hit the arm of this. I don't know why I keep hitting it. People came through the first time because it was my cat who was sick. If I'm just doing it and it's not for my cat, people are going to be less interested in doing it. Like, they're going to want to, but it's one of those things where it's like, it's not personal, it's not personal. So it's like, I wanted to, but meh. Anyway, I went on that little detour. Getting back to it, there was somebody in my Discord who we were mutual people in another Discord, and I reached out to him and I said, hey, like, would you like to collab sometime? And they said, well, I want to get to know you first. And I was like, that's fine. That's totally fair. Because I've had people, firms maybe, Rhino, I'm pretty sure, Princess Cat and Miss Wolf. I remember we were playing Repo and some guy wanted to join. I was like, yeah, sure. Because I thought like it'd be a cool idea. It'd be fun. Like have the viewers join us. And then he was a complete dickhead, right? So I get it. When this content creator said, I want to get to know you first. Totally fair. I get it. That is a totally fair and reasonable, thing. I would stop by their streams all the time. They never stopped by mine, which to be fair, they lived quite a while away, like in a different time zone, but they never really went. They left one comment on one of my YouTube videos and that was it. Which, okay, fine. But then I reached out to this person again for the live stream thing I wanted to do for Rigby. And they said, well, I can't do that because that's when I stream. I'm like, we could stream together. That's the thing. I wasn't trying to, get subscribers or followers or anything from this person. I was doing it just for my cat. And they're like, I can't do that. That's when I stream. Okay, fine. So, and I stopped going to their streams because they didn't want to interact with me. They didn't want to check out my content, but then they used my Discord server to promote their own stuff, which there's a channel in there for that. Like it's there for a reason. The self promo, it's there. But one day and this was recent, this was in like the past month. I just thought, you know what? I stopped going to their streams. They've never come to mine. They've never like really supported my content. They're just using my Discord to promote themselves, which I don't think that they really got anything out of this anyway. But it's one of those things where it's like, you know what? You're done. You're out. Get out. You're done. So I've thought about going through my Twitch followers because I've also noticed something where if you raid out to another channel, they're happy as a clam that you raided them and they'll follow you. But then they never come check you out. They probably follow you to hopefully get you to follow them so that you'll come back to their channel. There are so many channels I've raided out to and they're friendly and that's nice. I'm glad that they're friendly. But it's almost like this facade because they want you to stick around and keep coming back, but they don't want to come to you. And they don't owe me anything, but I don't owe them anything either. It's not an olive branch. That wouldn't be the right, analogy. But it's one of those things where it's like, hey, I rated you. We're both small content creators. Enjoy my viewers. Oh, you're going to follow me. Great. I'll follow you back. Thinking that, we might build something. And then like the moment you leave their stream, you never hear from them again. They just don't care. So I've got a bunch of followers. All that to say, I've got a bunch of followers on Twitch that I might just go through and just start axing them because it's like, I don't even know who this person is. We followed each other. I tried to, go back to their streams a couple times, but so you're right. It is cathartic. Maybe I will go through and do that. If you need to take a break to cool down and have a fresh time to think about everything and then make a decision what to do once you thought about it clearly, take your time. But here's the thing though. I've been kind of doing that since the end of May. It's been like a month and a half. And I've been, kind of like, do I do it? Do I not do it? And I figured, you know what? If I just say it, then it will happen. Like it'll be definitive. And like, I might come back and do like the Cosmic Arcade games, the Gore, Poolscape, Astrophobia. I really enjoy those. I might come back and actually do those. But by and large, it's like, I don't want to do this. I like the memes. Well, thank you, Rhino. Full transparency. I'm terrible with that stuff, that type of stuff. No worries, Hulk. Like I said, I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. I'm just saying like there's 70 people and there's nothing. I'm not blaming any one person. It's just as a whole, it's like, okay, it's like with, it's just like with YouTube. I have over 750 people, subscribe to me. let's say you come in and you watch my video and you like it and you leave a comment. I'm grateful for that. But you are one person and there's hundreds more. That's kind of that's where I'm at with it. Our own Discord server, my fellow content creators and myself, has been online for about 2 years, and the only giveaway bot is the active member. We don't chat much either. It's also the people who use social media. A large majority don't actually interact, just view. It's only a few minimum that participate and engage. That's a good point. There are some things where I just don't engage with, but I think those are things that I don't know them personally, which they don't. I don't know all of you guys personally. Like, we've talked, I know you guys, I know, like, but like in person, it's never happened. So maybe that's what it is. But even then, like, I still try to like things and whatever. I don't know. That is a good point. That's something to think about. I think the older we get in age, the lesser we talk. Too much thinking to worry about. Potentially. Live your best life. Be what feels true and right to you. Thank you, Rhino. Annually, that sounds sweet. Aw. I told you not to cry, damn it. No shame and tears. Let your feels flow. I heard my name. Woo. Yes, Trogdor. I did. This is going to seem silly, but charity is still a draw. And you keep hitting it because the arm is so close. I know, Trogdor. I know, dude. Arm attack. Yeah, we got to talk about this topic too. I had an experience like this with Marvel Snap streamers after going to SnapCon, a big event for Marvel Snap. Bro, we all use everyone's promos. I used to. Like, I still kind of do. But I try to only do that in channels that I like actively participate in. There are some channels where I don't. It's not that I don't, it's that I participate less. But so this same streamer, I would share memes in their channel, and like, I didn't participate a lot because they lived on a different continent, and I think there may have been just like some small cultural things, and it's just, so I tried to participate here and there. I'd send like pictures of food because they had a food channel, but it was very one-sided. I would go and try to participate and mingle, and all they did was share their stream and mine. And it was like, it's time for this person to go. Thanks, Snaptime. You sent a diplomat, but no embassies established. I don't know what you're talking about, Rhino. And your ass gonna meet soon. Yeah, that is in the works. That media participation was on the Discord topic. I'm still confused again, but it's okay. I thought about playing a game and walking around, but as I'm talking, but I don't know if that would. I don't know. But I appreciate everybody coming through. Really do. I'm grateful. Oh, my phone died. Whoops. And Apollo is sleeping over there. You sleeping, bud? I love you, stinker butt. Sweet dreams. With that other streamers you excised from your Discord life? Oh, I gotcha. Yep. I did send a diplomat, but we couldn't broker a deal. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Maybe I'll go clean house a little bit on Discord and Twitch, and I don't know about YouTube. I don't think I have. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's any YouTube channels that I'm pretty good about that. I'm pretty good about keeping YouTube tidy. But is there anything else you guys would like to add? Is there anything else? Comments, concerns, anything? I don't know if I'm going to stream. Moving forward, I might. I'm not opposed to it, but I don't, like I said, streaming was just something I did on the side. YouTube was my main focus. I thought about doing a cyberpunk stream this summer. Maybe I still could. I don't know. But if no one has anything else to add, I'll probably cut the stream here. I mean, I can keep it going, but I'm not going to sit here if we feel like we've said everything. Grateful for everybody. Do appreciate it. No, you need to do so on Twitch or YouTube followers unless you feel very strongly about it. They still count towards totals, whether they had intent to ads. Okay, I'll wait for ads to finish. I guess I can just put it here because that's fine. Oh, that's that. Who is this? Oh, that's right. Welcome back, Rhino. Welcome back, everybody else. Yeah, I need to go in and clean house. Um, if you guys have anything to add, feel free. Now's the time to do it. But I've said everything I feel I need to say. If everyone else feels like they've said what they've needed to say, we can go ahead and just call it. And again, grateful to have you guys here. I'm just going through and we'll keep that one. So I got rid of 2 servers. But I can go in and let's go ahead and do Twitch. Just knock it out. Wait, channel. Nope. It would be, you know what? Just for fun. Create a dashboard. Indeed, your intent is clear. Do your thing to get right by you. Yeah, I suppose. I just joined your Discord. If you want us to chat about anything, give me a direct message, private message, or an email. I'll try to catch up with you whenever possible. Thanks very much for the stream and for chatting with us. Very much appreciate it. Hey, I appreciate you guys coming through. I really do, guys. I'm grateful to have you guys here. There's a lot of Twitch followers. I think, well, people I follow, I think I'll have to go through later because like I recognize some of these names, but then there's others where I'm like, I'm sure I know this person, but this one, is it possible to see who follows you on Twitch? I don't think there is. Or you can see all of your followers. Oh. Ah, I see. Oh, okay. I thought this was people I also followed. I see the difference now. Like this person right here, not following, but then this person right here, I am following. Got it. All right. Well, I appreciate everybody coming through tonight. I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream here. Mahoney out.
Sausage Mahoney's got a wild shake, streaming at midnight every day of the week. Indie gems and pixel dreams, he's the king of quirky gaming schemes. Click that mouse, spin the wheel, what's the vibe, what's the deal? Sausage Mahoney, hit that play, pixel worlds, he saves the day. Reviewing games, it's how he rolls. Sausage Mahoney, heart of gold. Retro graphics, neon glow, 8-bit beats in stereo. Laughing loud, he's cracking wise. Every stream a weird surprise. Joystick hero, keyboard king. Sausage's stream is everything. From dungeons deep to outer space, Mahoney's always setting the pace. Sausage Mahoney, hit that play. Pixel worlds, he saves the day. Reviewing games, it's how he rolls. Sausage Mahoney, heart of gold.